Ade achi yen na ade achi de megidi ese ukọ wadwuma so da ne ono nso eni adwuma ye no den na oye sese mame ampem da kwa onim sense me editie na edihwe na me de beso na emu asedan konfam ma sa abre nyina muguso aboye chidom na emu nsaka eye message na access story na bomoden share wa like na wa comment na nyina yakoye nim abini nyina yeka se adwuma ho nsem ayeden ewo oman Ghana mu na emum ni nyina echi no adwuma ba ko bi wo hono ma eno na akoye se emabunu ni nyina eni daso ni titu eni emrante wa no eno eni okada business ye wo man mu na mampani bi ba ya wo de be ye bohye so obeba abehwe se ebeboaye na enam so ema adwumako bi aba bepie mu wo Ghana ha no mu se ya won so wadwenkyere ene wani so ade hunu nyina ene se wo boa ama mabunu etimi enya adwuma aye enu nti enam so ema wode eye bike motorbike ahodo abedwama so a wode be ma emabunu na aboa ma won so wonsa etimi akọ wonmo ano na enumu ena eye owura Prince Amate a woye operations manager edema eye Max Ghana Oma wode sa bike abedwa so no kire se senia adwuma ho nsem ayeden wo oman Ghana mu ede ama emabunu no eno madwene ho a wode sa enhihye yi aba bepie mu ewo Ghana ha.
So Max Mobility, what we do is that we finance vehicles for riders, commercial riders in the gig economy. We are not a delivery company or a platform where you can order food or order for package deliveries. What we do is that young people who are willing to work, we give them the electric bikes and then they work on these platforms, right, to earn a decent living. Okay. We also don't enable Okada riding or motor transport because we know that it's illegal. Now, we have a very stringent onboarding process, right? If you come to our office that you want us to give you a bike, we ensure that you are a licensed rider. We test that you have good eyesight, you can actually ride the bike. And then we give you training on what to do and what not to do. Now, our bikes are colored, yellow, and we have yellow helmet and they have vest that they wear. So anywhere else that you are, you can see that this is a Max vehicle moving, right? And then we assign the riders to these delivery platforms, right? So because you're on the platform and the bike is also tracked, there are trackers on the bike, you can see where you are at any given point in time. We are able to prevent people from using our bikes to go do Okada or anything illegal apart from what we gave them the bike to do, which is to work in the gig economy and to deliver food and packages. Helping Ghana and helping everybody else in general, because we are reducing emissions and then helping the fight against the climate crisis. We are in partnership with we are partnering some government agencies. You know, I'll mention their names later. I mean, we are talking to the Energy Commission. They are aware that we are here and that sort of thing. There are several institutions that we'll talk to in the future for us to go to have very meaningful, beneficial partnership for us and then them as well. So our electric bikes, the 2-wheel bikes and then the 3-wheel bikes. 3-wheel, that's what we call Pragya in Ghana, right? They have all the documentation that they need to be on the road. Each vehicle is comprehensively insured, right? Each vehicle is registered with the DVLA, so they have their roadworthy certificate, they have the number plate and all of that, right? And then we also give the riders that we call champions health insurance and life insurance, right? This life insurance even goes beyond the rider to cover other beneficiaries like his wife, his kids, it's his parents and all of that, right? So it's a very comprehensive value-added service that we are providing to these riders. Aside this insurance, we also give them OEM support. We give them access to quality parts. We give them access to after sales services. So we have a team that's always on standby, calling them to check up on them. How is the day going? Are you making money? Will you be able to work today? And that sort of thing. So it's a very human-centered offer that we are giving to these riders. So like I said, we track the bikes, so we can see the kilometers covered within a period, and then there's some when you cover a certain kilometer, we need to maybe you need to come in for us to maybe change the the gear oil or tighten some chain here and there. Because these are electric bikes, we don't really do much on them compared to the normal petrol bikes where you have to check engine oil, change oil filters and all of that. With the electric bikes, maintenance will save you about 70% of what you spend on normal petrol bike as for maintenance. That's how much we save you. Our whole offer is a nice social responsibility for us anyway, but we are hoping to do a lot more, in Ghana and in the space we are in. We are helping with emissions, reduce emissions. That's one. We are giving people who otherwise wouldn't have the means to buy motorbikes or to buy three-wheelers the opportunity to own these bikes, right, without paying anything for them upfront, right? So it's like I said, it's a human-centered offer that we are providing. The riders, for example, if you don't have license, right, we give you money to get a license, and then we give you the bike as well. So you can completely we give you a livelihood, good job, good earning job without paying anything upfront. So this is a good offer from us.
Ora Tolu Williams woye electronic mobility head Edema Max Ghana enso echere nsemu ese wo hwe sedia eye edwuma ho nsem ayedin wo man Ghana mu hanom a okwantia ebeboa ama dan da yakone abedie ebeye jojo ede amayenti ena wode saa eye edwuma yi ababepie wo Ghana ha na mom ni titiri wo hyase efi oman no ahenkro eye enkran ha.
So the Max business model is impactful in a number of ways. We've talked about electric mobility, which has a strong environmental impact, but Max also has a strong social impact. Fundamentally, what Max does is provide access to vehicles for drivers who want to join the gig economy in Ghana. So drivers who want to be courier drivers, they want to be food delivery drivers, we give them access to a bike so they can become their own entrepreneurs and they can create their own jobs. And so our projections have us hitting 3,000 to 5,000 jobs created over the next 2 years in Ghana. So our electric vehicles actually consume no fuel. They're entirely powered by electricity. So every driver who is driving one of the M3s or one of our three-wheel electric vehicles won't have any fuel consumption at all. So there's 100% savings on fuel cost for the driver when they're driving an electric vehicle. So our drivers actually have access to battery swap stations. So when their battery is depleted, they drive up to the swap station and they could swap it out in under a minute. It takes about 45 seconds. So the driver is not in charge of charging their own batteries, and they have access to these swap stations so they can stay on the road driving, doing more trips, and earning more money for their family. So Accra is the first place that Max is starting in Ghana, and we'll be expanding to a number of other cities within Ghana starting in 2023. So we look to carry this job creation business, the business with environmental impact, to many other cities starting in 2023. The next 5 years, Max will be expanding throughout Accra, and we hope to hit as many as 5,000 riders on the roads in Ghana. So that's even within the next 2 years, we'll be hitting those numbers. So the Max bike, the M3, the electric motorcycle, has been designed specifically for the African market. And in fact, it was designed in rural areas of a northern part of Nigeria where the roads are very rough and the terrain is very robust. And so every detail has been thought of to make the bike durable and to have a long life for the courier drivers based in the cities there where we launch.
Growth manager wo omeyimu oda edwumakuo na no eye Owura Innocent Kpedigo achiemu a wose said oman ni mu aye den no wani da ho pa na emom ni nyina mu wo hwe kwan ese ansa na afe no enko awieye na aka ya bosumi mienu bi pɛ no na watimi adu akyire nanso wani so ade hutitiu ene sɛ wo hyase efi oman Ghana mu ɛyɛ enkran ahinkro oman Ghana na wo hwɛ kwan ɛsɛ sɛdia ɛyɛ afe no enkyɛ na ɛbɛkɔ awieye wo ba yɛ nkyɛ yɛ de enso no ansa na afe no bɛkɔ awieye no na sɛdia wa hyase efi ɛyɛ oman Ghana ahinkro enkran mu no na afe atre akɔ regions a aka ne nyina nso emu.
We are here to stay. And we've started now, but we are hoping to close the year with a very good number. That's about 500 vehicles to be on the road. So bikes and tricycles, okay, they are all coming in. So we are hoping to get at least 500 on the road by end of December. And 2023, by close to 2023, we should have at least 5,000 vehicles on the road. That's bikes and tricycles. So we have few partners that we are also working with currently. We have the Glovo, we have the Bolt, we have the Jumia. That's for the delivery in Accra. But we want to go into the commercial commuting, which is outside Accra, because most of the means of transport outside Accra is through these tricycles and the two wheels. So the plan we have is from January going, we are venturing into the Ashanti, the Buno, the northern region, Volta, Eastern. So we are going to those areas to make sure we provide the tricycles for people who are willing to use it for commercial purposes. The youth are our main focus because we want to help reduce the unemployment rate in the country, and then the current economic situation we have, we are also trying to provide a sustainable way of people earning their living on a daily basis. So as I always say, it's zero capital. You don't pay a dime to start a business. All you have to do is provide a good guarantor who will help you to have access to the vehicle. So if you come to us, all you have to do is come, and then we will help you finish whatever you have to do. In terms of license, my colleague has already spoken about it. We will help you get that one too. So you come empty pocket, we will help you get money into your pocket.
Well, we say the bike home na obi nka nkyere wo atija na ohwe na pomudin so to me say ejina so pa eyiye enti Christmas yi no me kanfo e de amount se wo so fa wo hu jim kwaje bi na fa ye adwuma na afei bibia ntimi nkoso jojo emfa emma because dem di kan kan ye no adepa de fantini be se ade wo fie oye adepa de ye nyina ye mfa ye hu nhyem na adwuma no enyina ne na so prekope entia enko emfama esen na wo Star FM nyame onhia so so wo bo homoden wo ka eye team a modi dwumeko ya ba bepim wo man Ghana nyame onhia so so wo dwen emabo no ho kwaje wo de na bike na eba echen V8 wontimpo correct engine na da na kom electronic one papa me da say sauje bre ne adaje ehwe.
Please subscribe to Morris TVGH.